everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to do another 6 pair of Heishi bead earrings. Okay, so I started this little thing making all these Heishi bead earrings. I got these in on my site and I absolutely love these little beads. They are so lightweight. They're made of polymer clay, and I have 6mm and 4mm, and then one 8mm. The white ones are 8mm, but all the rest are 6 or 4, and they come in so many different colors. They're so beautiful. So I have done a previous video of, I think, 8 pairs of earrings, and we're going to do 6 more today, just showing you the different ways that you can use these beads. I also have a bracelet tutorial, and my niece Lainey is coming to stay with me next week, and I'm going to try to talk her into doing a necklace tutorial with me with these Heishi beads, so we'll see if she agrees to that. But anyway, I'm going to we'll do each little one on its own. I won't try to tell you everything you need for all of them at once, because that would be overwhelming. So we'll do each little one on its own. So for the first one, we're going to make this cute little, this is very colorful. It has this little fish charm in the middle and a real colorful, this is a faux magnesite bead down here on the bottom. And we're just going to make this one. They're super simple. So for this you need a pair of these hoop ear wires. Now I do not have these on my website. I've tried to get them and I can't seem to get them. But actually, why is this one not coming open? Usually, there we go. They come right open. One side should, anyway. And when you put this, put your beads on, then you put this back in and you will crimp it closed, okay? So you're gonna need one of these, and this is a big one. You don't have to use this size. I'm not sure exactly what size this is. Let's see. It's about 1.5 inches, so, you know, you can use smaller ones if you want to. You're going to need a fishhook ear wire. You're going to need a charm of some sort. So I've got this little fish guy. You're going to need a bead, kind of coordinate with your charm. You're going to need one jump ring. Right there it is. I've got a little 4mm jump ring. You're going to need, I've got 4 little daisy spacers. And then an assortment of the Heishi beads in whatever colors that you like. And I just went with the colors that matched this fish and this bead, okay? So all that you do is you take this. Now, I'm not going to repeat this pattern. That would be very frustrating. You can do that if you want, but I don't want to. So I'm not going to. But I do like to start, I'll say, I do like to start with one of the smaller, the 4mm beads on the end. I don't know why. I just like the way it looks better. But you're just going to load your beads on here. So I just pick them up randomly. It doesn't matter. I try not to get too many of the same color in a row, but you know, I'm not really paying attention to the colors as I pick them up. And I'm doing alternating 4 and 6mm, so that I'm not really paying attention to either. I just love the way these turn out. They're so fun. And you could wear this with a lot of different things. It has a lot of different colors in it. So I'm just going to load these on. They're super easy to get on. And you want to load them around to pretty much your middle, and then we're going to put our 2 spacers, our magnesite bead in our 2 spacers. So I'm just going to keep putting them on here. And I have tons of colors of these up on my website right now. A lot of the, obviously all the colors that you see here, and then I've got other colors too. I actually planned out these tutorials before I got all of my stock in. So I do actually have some other colors besides these that I didn't have when I was getting ready to do these tutorials, even though I'm just now getting around to doing it. So it's been kind of a crazy week here. And my niece is going to come, and she's going to stay a couple weeks, and so I will be entertaining her some, but she's 12, so, you know, it's not like she's a baby or anything, but we're going to do some fun things. We're going to go to the beach and just some stuff like that. Alright, so I've got, when I push those up, I'm pretty much to the center, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my 2 daisy spacers, my magnesite bead, or faux magnesite, and my other 2 daisy spacers. Okay, just like that. And just checking to see if it is centered, and it is. So I'm just going to load up the other side. Super quick and simple. If you're doing a craft show, these sell like hotcakes because they're so bright and pretty, and they're just kind of trendy right now. Heishi beads have become very popular. So yeah, these are a great seller at a craft show if you're getting ready to do craft show. And obviously you can see how quick and easy they are to make. So yeah, a great thing to take if you're doing craft shows right now. I'm not doing any craft shows. I would love to get back to it, but I am so busy with everything else. I really don't even have time to do one, but I love doing them. They're fun. But yeah, it's been busy here lately. Alright, so we're just loading up the other side of them. Of all the little Heishi beads on there. And I want to go, you know, pretty much all the way to the top. I don't want to leave any open space if I can help it. And I'll show you how to close these earrings off, these ear wires off. They're really pretty cool. Alright, so I'm pretty close to the end here. I've still got a little bit of room. I want to make sure that I like to put the little one little one on the very end. I don't know, I just feel like it makes it look good when it's closed off that way. So, or ended that way. So let's look here and see. By the time that goes in, that's going to be pretty close, I think. So I'm going to stick this other piece right in here. Now you want to push this in with your thumb, holding it in, so kind of like this, and you want it to go in as far as you can get it, and then you're just going to take your pliers and you're just going to crimp down right here. So just press down very hard. And I do it in a couple different spots. You want this to close and you do not want it to open back up. Give it the tug test, and mine's still sliding a little, so I'm actually going to push it back in there and crimp it down harder. And the reason that you don't want this to slide is because we're going to hang our little fish charm in there, and we don't want this to open up and slide so that our fish charm would fall out. Okay, so it's pretty good. You can even crimp the other side down if you feel like maybe it's sliding a little. Just crimp them both. Just make sure that it's locked down real good. Okay, and yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, let me get these little guys out of the way. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take our little 4mm jump ring and put our little fish guy on here. Now, one thing I do like to do is make sure, see, this is the back of it. This is the front. It just looks a little neater. So I like to make sure that my fish is hanging facing the front. And this is a little tricky to get him in here sometimes, but he'll go if you push. Push and make him. Alright, and then I'm just going to close this up. Just like that. Now you do want to make sure it's closed up really good. Mine is not. You don't want him sliding out of there. I think I got it. Okay. And then we're just going to take our little ear wire and we're going to put this right on, and you've got a cute, really fun, and very colorful pair of summer earrings. Check them out. They're adorable. So I really like these. They're so cute. So that is their first pair we're doing. This next pair is super simple as well. So we're going to make this little earring using memory wire, some Heishi beads, and a table cup bead in the middle. So all you're going to need for this is a piece of memory wire. Now I have got this piece of memory wire cut to where it is about 1.5 inches tall, okay? So, you know, 1.5 inches across here is about what you're going to need. A little over 1.5 inches, okay? And then I have an eye pin. This is a 2-inch eye pin. I have 1 table cup bead, and I have my assortment of Heishi beads, and I have my ear wire, okay? Now this is so easy to do. You're just going to take your memory wire and your round nose pliers. You are going to roll a loop, and you want it to be a small loop. Make sure you do this kind of down on the end of your pliers, and these Xeron pliers are not very strong for doing this. They don't do well with memory wire. But you're just going to roll a loop just like that, okay? And then we're going to do the same on the bottom. You want to roll it inward, facing the middle of your memory wire little half moon here, okay? Roll them right in, close them up. I try to make sure that they're closed up really well. Okay, now you've got your eye pin, and you want your eye pin to be really straight, so if you need to straighten it, just do that. And I am going to copy the pattern in this one, so I'm going to do a teal bead, a brown bead, a teal bead, green, and I mean it's not, you know, it's not a big deal if you don't get the pattern exactly, but I do want to try to get it close just because of the style of this earring and the way it hangs. Okay, green, brown, okay, teal, green, teal, green and teal, brown, brown, green, and then my bead. And then we're going to go teal, brown, green, brown, green, green, teal, brown, green, teal. Sorry guys, I know this is probably like watching paint dry, but I'm almost done. Brown, green, teal. Let's make sure I got that right. Then brown, teal, green. And then we're done. Brown, teal, and green. All right, so then you're just going to take your eye pin here, and we're going to make another loop at the top. Just a regular loop. Okay. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take our loops and we're going to connect our eye pin to our memory wire. And I like to do it by opening my eye pin loops because the memory wire is just really hard to open those loops on. So I'd rather just connect it this way. It's easier. So just stick it right on your eye pin. Close it up. Come down to the bottom. And this is going to stretch your memory wire just a little. And that's okay. And we're just going to hook it right on there. And close it up. Okay, so there we have it. Now we're just going to take our little ear wire. We're going to open it. Now I want mine to hang like this, mirroring each other. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I hang it to where it's doing that. And there you have another really fun, different, unique, cute pair of earrings that you can do in any colors you want. You can use any bead you want, and they're just really unique and cute. So that is our second pair. On to number 3. Number 3, we're going to be using some head pins and an eye pin. So you're going to need an ear wire. I'm using a fishhook. An open ring that you can hook your pins onto right here. You're going to need 4 eye pins. There they are. I've got 2-inch ones. You don't really have to have that long, but that's what I'm using. A 5th eye pin for the bottom, and then you're going to need a focal bead and your Heishi beads. Okay, so here they all are. And this one is also super quick and simple. So we're just going to take our little eye pin here. And do I want to mirror this one? Do I want to make it the same? I'm not really going to worry about making it the same, I don't think. I'm just going to do, maybe I will, I don't know. So we'll do, I'm really not going to. I think it's like 4, I was doing 4 beads in between each little eye pin. So I'm going to put on 4 beads, then I'm going to put on this eye pin, okay? 4 more beads. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about mirroring them, I'm just going to do it. 4 more beads. My other eye pin, my second eye pin. Okay, 4 more. And my focal bead. Nope, I did that wrong. I'm sorry. 2 more of my focal bead. That I do want to do the same. 2 more focal bead, then 2 more. Then my eye pin. Then 4, yeah. My next eye pin, and 4 more Heishi beads. Okay, so here's what you'll have. You'll have 4 beads, an eye pin, 4 beads, an eye pin, 2 beads, your focal, 2, an eye pin, 4, an eye pin, and 4. Okay, and then we're just going to take this and make a loop on the end here. I've misplaced my Xuron cutters. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere. Maybe downstairs. Who knows? I've carried them off. So I'm having to use my other ones. Alright, there you go. Now, we've got all of our head pins here. And what we're wanting to do is bend them to the center, like this. Okay, about the same length as the one that we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold them all pretty much equal in my finger, and I'm just going to cut. So if you can see, they come right about to here, but I need enough room to make my loop. So I'm going to make sure that I have enough to make my loop, and I'm just going to cut off right up here. I'm cutting off, I don't know, less than 1/2 inch, about like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to make 4 loops. So I'm going to bend these at a 90-degree angle, just about the same spot on each one. It's not crucial. I mean, you know, there's a little room for, there's a little give here, but I'm going to try to get them pretty close to the same. And then I'm just going to roll my loops back. Okay. Just like this. All right. Now, one thing that you do want to do is make sure that your loops are closed, okay? Because we're going to put this ring on there. So let's make sure all the loops are closed. And straight. That one's a little crooked. Okay. And then we are going to take our jump ring and we're going to feed on all of our little eye pin loops. Did I not make that guy big enough? I think he'll go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just feed them all on like that. Turn your ring to the top where the, doesn't really matter, I don't guess, but we're going to close it up. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to take our fish hook. Let me close that up a little bit better. There we go. We're going to take our fish hook and we're just going to put it right on here. Just like that. And there we have a really unique little pair of earrings. Now, I kind of bent my other one a little bit, kind of tipped it like this, so it's kind of a little rounded. And you can do that on that one too, if you want to, or you don't have to. But there they are. I think these are adorable. They're very, very different and unique, and just really cute and easy to make. Okay, so that's our third pair. Now number 4, is pretty quick and simple as well. So that's this one right here. It's a couple pieces of, or a piece of leather. So this is a 0.5 millimeter leather right here. And then you're going to need, I'm using a Leverback for this one. You're going to need one of these little glue-in ends. And I have these on my website if you're interested in those. You're going to need, I'm not even going to use the jump ring, it doesn't look like. I've got some little metal spacers here and some Heishi beads. So these are all the 6 millimeter, these are 6 millimeter. And we're just going to make this cute little dangly kind of boho earring. Oh, and you are going to need some E6000 glue for this. So I've got my E6000 here. My poor pitiful little tube of E6000 is really in bad shape. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to find the middle of our leather on here. So right here is the middle, and this is what we're going to glue up into our piece. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and create the dangles on the ends, okay? So on the first one, and again, I'm not going to worry about mirroring these. I'm only going to make sure that I have the same number on each one, okay? So on this middle one right here, I'm going to do, maybe I will mirror them. I might as well. So we'll do cream, or the white one. No, I'm not going to mirror them. I don't know, do I want to? Yeah, I think I do. So we'll go ahead, we'll do it. The spacer bead, metal spacer bead, white bead, metal spacer bead, brown, white, and this mustard color. Okay, now we're going to go all the way up here. And we want to get this pretty even. So if this is going to go up in my, I want to measure this. If this is going to go up in my piece, right, then I'm going to want to make my knot right about there. And I really should have made my knot before I put up. Why did I do that? I'm sorry, guys. You got to make your knot first. Oh, I told you it's been a crazy week. It really, really has been here. It's just been crazy. All right, so let me do this right. Okay, here we go. We're going to make the knot right about here. Okay, just a regular overhand knot. I'm just trying to make sure that I have it measured pretty close. It's not, I mean, it doesn't have to be an exact science, but you want it pretty close. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we'll put our beads on. So sorry. Don't know what I was thinking there. All right, put this one on. And brown, white, and mustard. All right, then we're going to make another knot. Just a regular other overhand knot right here. And it can get a little tricky sometimes to get this through here. If you want, you can use your pliers to poke it through. I probably will have to on the bottom. So you just go ahead and... Actually, I just may have to right here too. Go ahead and grab that, pull it through, and make sure you scoot the knot up to where it's right underneath. You want it to be pretty close to right underneath those beads, okay? Now we're going to do a metal bead, mustard colored bead, brown bead, metal bead, and the white bead. This is where the knot tying gets a little bit tricky. Okay, so I have like no room left at the bottom here, and I need to tie this knot. So I don't know, I may end up having to take some of my beads off and just not have it mirrored. I think I'm going to have to because I went too low there. But you can be more careful when you make yours. You should be more careful when you make yours than what I just did. But I just, like I said, it's been a crazy week here. We've had company, we had July 4th. My dad's been in the hospital twice. He doesn't live here, so that makes it even harder because I can't be there. And then we've got craziness going on in my family. That's one reason I'm going to get my niece to bring her here, because of the craziness going on in my family right now. She doesn't need to be there, and I'm just going to bring her back here and keep her with me for a little while till things settle down. I cannot get this knot tied. You can also use a big eye needle, which I don't have one of those out here either, or I would do that, but I'm having issues. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to leave it like this, and this is not going to be a symmetrical earring. We're going to make two different ones. So I'm going to scoot that up. Plan B, guys. It's not going to be exactly the same. That's okay. All right, so on this other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go up a little higher this time and tie my knot. Right about here. Okay, and then I'm just going to load on some beads. It's not optimal that they don't, aren't exactly the same. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you, but it does bother a lot of people. But, you can do them however you want to. I guess I needed to cut longer pieces of leather, but I didn't, so we're going to go with it. All right, so here's this guy. This knot through here. Scoot it up. And I'm just going to put a couple more on here. Maybe 3. And tie another one. Hopefully I can. Yeah, I should be able to get that through there even. I have to use my pliers, which I may. You can take your pliers and kind of poke the end through like this sometimes, and that helps to be able to get your knot. Alrighty. So there we have that. I'm just going to bend this together. I think that's what I've done, is I've cut this piece of leather shorter than my other piece of leather. I must have had a longer piece on the other one, because this one's just not having much left. Okay, but you'll get the general idea. Then you can do it right. All right, so let me get my glue coming out here. E6000 tends to dry up here in the cap. I don't like these ones with the pokey cap, the pokey end right here. I like the one that has the big open end, because then you can stick your needle in there or whatever and get your glue out better. All right, but I've got a little coming out here, so we're just going to take the glue and put some right up in here. And when you stick these up in here, they will push that glue up in there too. Okay, and we're just going to stick it right in. Yeah, this one's definitely shorter than that one. I did not cut my leather the same lengths, even though I thought I did, but I didn't. So you're just going to let that dry up in there. Let me get the lid back on this and get it out of the way. And scoop these up. Okay, so you're going to let your E6000 dry right up in there, and then we're just going to open this little, I don't know why this has a jump ring on it already. I'm not using one. And we're just going to put this right here on our cord end and close it up. And when this dries, you can pick it up and you will have a really cute pair of earrings if you do them correctly. I don't know, they may be okay. I'm probably going to have to trim that one up a little bit or something. But basically, that's the idea. So they're very easy to do if you do them right, if you cut your leather the same length. So there's another one, really lightweight, quick and easy pair. And we're going to move on to this guy. This one's really, really pretty and colorful. I like it. So for this one, we're using a piece of memory wire. Now this memory wire is 1.5 inches exactly. Okay. Yep, 1.5 inches exactly. And you're going to have your memory wire. You've got a earring finding of your choice. I'm using these. I like these little triangle looking ones. We've got a closed ring. You do not want an open ring for this. We have got a head pin, and I've got an assortment of metal beads here and my Heishi beads in the different colors. Okay, so all we're going to do for this, it's super simple. We're going to make our middle piece. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads on this middle piece. I have one of these smooth ones, two of the ones with a pattern in them, another smooth one, and another one with a pattern. So 5 little beads. I am going to make a loop. And it's amazing to me how you can change the look of these, even though 2 or 3 of them are hoop shaped. Just what you do to them makes them look completely different, you know, like using the metals or not using the metals or whatever. Okay, now this one we're going to take and we're going to bend these in just like we did the last time, okay? Just make a loop facing the middle of your memory wire on both sides, but not until you put your beads on. Okay, so we're going to put a loop on one end, and then we're going to feed our beads on. Now again, I am not going to mirror this. I'm just going to put the beads on randomly and let it do its thing, because this one's just really pretty and colorful, and I don't want it to be uniform at all. So I'm just mixing the colors and mixing the sizes. Some of the little 4mm ones, some of the 6mm ones. You can put the metal beads around the, you know, this part too if you want. I'm not going to. I just wanted to keep the metal in the middle, but you could. And I'm just feeding them on here. I have been making these to go with every single outfit. I really, really like these beads. They're so cute, so summery and fresh and just pretty. So I've really been having a good time just making all kinds of different things with them. I may need to borrow some of the ones out of here that I'd put away because I'm kind of running out. Keep the same colors though. Okay, and we're almost to the end. You want to stop far enough from the end, obviously, to make your next loop. Let's grab a red one here. Teal, blue, red. Got just a little bit more room here. We'll do yellow. And again, I like to end with a small one for some reason. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now you're going to take it and you're just going to bend your loop in. Just like on the other one, just like that. Okay, so now we are going to hook this ring to our memory wire, and what we need to do is we need to take our pliers and turn our memory wire hoops. I like to put them on like this and then turn them because I don't know, I just feel like it makes it look better and hang more uniform. So I'm just taking my pliers and I'm twisting them to where they face the outside of the thing. I mean, you can turn them that way in the beginning if you want, but I don't know, it just, for some reason, it always seems to come out better if I do it this way. So this is the way I do it. And then we're going to put our ring on. Close the loop back up really well. You want to close it tightly. Make sure that nothing's going to come loose. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put our ring on. Just hook it right in there to it. Whoops. And sometimes these beads want to scoot up when you're trying to do this, and just move them back down if they do. You kind of have to manhandle this memory wire. It's tough stuff. There we go. My loop kind of laid down there. I'm going to set him back up. And believe it or not, I will make this work. I didn't have this trouble on the other one. The memory wire is so springy. And this is a small memory wire too. It's like the, might be the earring one. I think it is the earring memory wire too. So it's just really springy and tiny. Okay, I'm going to close that loop up in there. All right, so there we have it. Now you can bend it around a little if you want it to be rounder, if you want it to be more oval. So however you want to do it. I might bend mine a little bit, make it a little rounder to match the other one, just like that. There we go. And then we're just going to take our little middle component here that we made. We're going to hang it right in the middle here. And close it right back up. Okay, there's our little middle dangle. And then you're just going to take your hook, your ear wire, and we're just going to put it right on that top ring right here. Close it up. And you've got another really cute, summery, fun pair of earrings that you can make in a million different colors to match a million different outfits. So yeah, really, really cute and fun. I love these. So that is pair number 4. So we've got one more here to do. And this one is really pretty. I think it turns out super pretty. It's got seashells on it, a seashell, and then some flat seashell beads. So again, we have one of our hoops. This is a silver one, and it's the same, I believe it's the same size as this other one I had, 1.5 inches. Yes, it is. Okay, I have some of these flat shell pieces right here. You obviously don't have to have those. You can use whatever you want, but these flat shell pieces. And then my Heishi beads. And then these shells are drilled. I believe I got these at Michael's, but they have a hole through from one side all the way to the other. And I'm just going to put it on the wire like this. And I pulled 2 out because I wasn't sure. Some of them were drilled all the way through and some of them weren't. And I wanted to make sure that I got, you know, one that I could get on there. And then you're just going to need your ear wire, and that's it. So we're going to open this up. We're just going to load on some beads. And again, I'm not repeating the pattern. I'm just putting them on randomly. Okay, we're going to put on a shell bead. And another shell bead. Okay, and I'm just loading these on, just however I pick them up. And you want to get them around to where your seashell part is going to be right in the middle, your big shell here. So I'm doing just several beads, and then I'm doing a shell bead, a small shell bead, and then just several more beads here. Doing 4 or 5 in between each shell bead probably. And again, I'm not even making sure that that's the same. I'm just doing it, just, you know, having fun with it. And I did want to mention these ones here, these little 6mm ones. On my website, they're called Papaya Whip. They are not totally white. They have a slight pinkish tint to them. But unless they're sitting beside something that is stark white, you really can't tell. They're very, 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 very light pink. I almost hate to say that they're pink, but I'm using them for white. That's what I've been using for white in all of these that I've done. Even in the ones that had black in them, I used these Papaya Whip ones. Now, I do have some white ones on my website that are 8mm. And you could definitely use those if you wanted to, but I've been using these little 6mm, and you honestly cannot tell they're not white. Even though they really do have a slight pink tint to them, but it's so slight that you really can't tell. All right, so this shell, I thought he's drilled all the way through. And you kind of have to force the shell on here because this wire's round, but that's good because it's going to make the shell stay and sit, you know, the right way that you orient it. So I am putting it on and making him go on here, just like that. And he is kind of tight on there, which is what I want. And I'm just going to fill this other side now. So this took me all of, 3 minutes to make or whatever. It's so easy and quick. And I'm telling you, people love these at the craft shows. They really do sell. These Heishi bead earrings sell really well. So let's put these on all the way around, and don't forget to add your little, if you've got the little flat shells. I tend to forget them sometimes. There they are. And we're just going to go all the way around with this. What a cute little earring to wear on the beach. If you wear earrings on the beach. Wear to the beach. Maybe to dinner at the beach. I don't know. I tend to wear earrings everywhere, even on the beach. So, alright. We're just getting them on there. You're going to go all the way around to where you're almost back and you don't have much space left. Let's see, I need a little bit, a couple more than that even. We'll do a shell one. And a couple more, and we'll be done. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, so then I'm just going to push this in, just like we did before. You want to make sure, you've got it pushed all the way in with your thumb, and then take your pliers and crimp right down on these. Whoops, see, I didn't crimp that one very good, did I? Yeah, you got to crimp it really tight in more than one spot. I do it all along this little tube right here. And if you have to get a different pair of pliers, like these are my shorter nose pliers, these probably would do better. Yep, they do. And crimp them on down with that. Okay. And just make sure it's tight. If you have to do your other one, you can. The other end there, you can. So you just want to make sure that's not going to come undone. That's all. Okay. All right. So there we go. And then we're just going to take our little ear wire and hang this on here. Close it up. And I did that backwards. Let me switch that around. I want the front to be in the front, or the better looking part right here to be in the front. Yeah. There we go. I need to quit for today. I really do. I've been sorting stuff all morning, so yeah. All right, there we go. So there is another cute lightweight. These are super lightweight and just so much fun. Look how beachy that looks. Love them. So there you have it, guys. Here's one. There's our shell pair. We have our little, I think these look like confetti, our little confetti pair here. We have our little leather kind of boho pair right here. We have our little memory wire ones. These are really unique, I think. You're not going to see a bunch of people running around with your same earrings. And then we have our really colorful fishy ones right here. And last but not least, we have our eye pin ones that are kind of weird, but I like them anyway. So there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of little Heishi bead earrings that you can put together in just minutes. And I actually have another video showing 8 more pair of different styles, and some of them are, there's a palm tree one in there and some other things. So check that out. I'll link it in the description box below. And like I said, look for our upcoming video. I think Lainey will probably do the necklace video with me. And if you're not subscribed, you need to like and subscribe to the channel, and then click the little bell button so you'll be notified when I upload, because otherwise you're not going to know. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. All these Heishi beads can be purchased on my website. I have ear wires on there. I have memory wire. I have all kinds of stuff. Charms. So check it out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.